Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, my dear professional colleagues, I thank you very much for attending this significant press briefing resulting from last Saturday's City Assembly by-election, which would not have been possible if we would have not preempted the dangerous plan hatched by the ruling PDP in the state to use trigger-happy talks against innocent individuals trying to exercise their civic rights. The All Progressives Congress APC Zamfara State, however, come across a press conference text written by the Zamfara State PDP chapter in a desperate attempt to cover up their defeat in the Aurenamoda by-election. Instead of accepting the will of the people, the PDP has resorted to fabricating lies against security agencies, the All Progressives Congress, and even the Nigerian military. In their deceitful text, the PDP alleged that the military was deployed to intimidate voters, which is baseless and fabricated lies just to smear the image of our security personnel who are stationed at polling units to prevent all kinds of election malpractice, such as ballot snatching and destruction of election materials through violence, especially as planned by the PDP, which is notoriously known for in Zamfara elections. The claim that the army was inside polling centers lacks proof and is a deliberate distortion of reality. The PDP also attempted to drag the Nigerian military into partisan politics, which we believe is reckless and dangerous. The Nigerian military have sacrificed their lives daily to protect communities from bandits. For PDP to compare the fight against banditry with election security is irresponsible, callous, and an insult to our gallant troops who risk their lives for Nigerian unity. The PDP text has exposed their inability to accept defeat and are now looking for excuses, having been defeated at the polls. What we expected from them are evidence to prove their claims, just as we have in our possession. Video clips and still pictures. They should present this, including those they said were beaten before INEC or the Election Petition Tribunal, instead of issuing emotional statement to mislead the public. Their naive thinking, their naive narratives that APC has lost support in Zamfara State and beyond collapsed when compared with reality. The people of Kauranamoda South came out in mass and voted for APC while rejecting the PDP is enough proof that Governor Dauda Lawal administration is already losing touch with the people. PDP should be reminded that democracy is about the ballot, not propaganda. Instead of crying wolf and attacking institutions, they should focus on delivering good governance in Zamfara state. The people have spoken through their votes and will do the same thing again in future election comes 2027. And no amount of press conferences or intimidation can change the outcome of the election. Alhamdulillah, the security agencies in the state have taken proactive measures against the sinister move of the Zamfara State PDP to use the CPG, who are known as Askarawa, and the civilian JTF to destroy the by-elections, as they feared APC will beat them hands down. Despite the security announcements on the ban on CPG and civilian JTF on election duty, the government ignored and deployed them in large numbers and stationed them in all the 6 wards, armed with sophisticated weapons, just to rig the election in their favor. But our gallant security agencies prevented them, making them ridiculous, seeking public sympathy. We are still urging the police to investigate the source of the firearms given to the thugs ahead of the last Saturday's election in the state. Ever members of the CPG who sacrifice their lives daily in the protections of lives and properties of the common man in the state are not taken care of by the government that has consistently refused to take care of the families of those who died in the line of duty. Instead, the government is now sending them on election field to kill innocent souls in order to manipulate votes. When PDP and its disruptive agents noticed that the election outcome from some polling units were not in their favor, they started executing their earlier evil machine to destroy the elections that was going on peacefully in many polling units. And the security agencies on election duty resisted. Gentlemen of the press, I know most of you are with us when the PDP thugs were led by 2 local government chairmen at polling unit 013 and polling unit 002 at Kasoridaji and destroyed the election materials, breaking the ballot box, tearing all the ballot papers, and cutting away with the Beavers machine. We have the video clips and the still pictures at our disposal. Likewise, the state PDP chairman led some talks at Sakajiki in order to disrupt the election, but the security agencies at the collection center denied him access and later turned him back. This video has also gone viral on the social media. The same PDP chairman led another talks to disrupt election in the Tukasu polling unit under Kasoridaji, where INEC officials were beaten and all the election materials were destroyed. So the APC is surprised that the PDP has the audacity to show their arrogant faces before the world and say the election was manipulated, having failed and officially denied the use of the state machinery to rig the election. If you recall, prior to the election, we saw a member of the National Assembly on the campaign at Zorori River calling on the PDP members to kill APC members through demonstration, and the video clips is still trending, which is inhuman and barbaric. Gentlemen, if you may recall that the APC appealed to the conventional security agencies in the state through your media, in addition to formal complaint to the security, not to allow the state government use members of the Askarawa, PDP talks, and vagabonds during the election, which severely affected their group plans. They quickly changed their gear by using the ADC and the CSO to Governor Dauda Lawal to lead teams in destroying election materials and chasing away innocent electorate. The video clips of these claims are there to portray what we are saying as against the flimsy excuses shamefully presented by their state chairman. We commend the All Progressives Congress Zamfara State. We commend all organs of conventional security in the state for denying the talks the chance to scuttle the exercise, and we encourage them to remain resolute in all future elections, as it is only by doing so we can have a credible election. We call on the security agencies in the state to sustain the tempo which has now built more confidence in the minds of many citizens in Zamfara state. We are sure APC will continue to be law-abiding and defender of democratic values at all times. I thank you most sincerely for attending this press briefing. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah. Wait. Don't